We have 10 Margaritaville at Sea secret tips for you, and we're going to share them with you right now, starting with number 1. Upon boarding the cruise ship, bypass the Port of Indecision buffet and get a complimentary burger and a full burger bar full of toppings at the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill. It's a great spot to hang out. You're at the back of the ship. Very cool and relaxing, great view. It's great theming, and you get a burger without having to stand in line at the buffet. And you can always go in the buffet later when things thin out.
That's right, and they have a really good fixings bar.
They do. A lot of great toppings. The burgers were really good. And there's also, like I said, there's a bar. It's the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill. So you can walk over to the bar and get your first boat trip. What's tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is book an excursion or stay on board in Freeport because there's nothing at the dock.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way. When we've been to Freeport before, we were on Carnival, and when you go on Carnival, they have their own area there with senior frogs and a bunch of shops, some live music, Fat Tuesday, that sort of thing. But Freeport is a little different. When you go on Margaritaville at Sea, they have their own dock area. And when you go through the terminal building, which is an adventure in itself,
yep,
you get out to the parking lot where there's buses waiting to take people on excursions. And well, there was kind of a sad little straw market. There was like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 little stands, probably could fit them in our living room.
Yeah.
So not much to do there. Plus, going back to the terminal building, be very careful because we got turned around because of the poor directions, and we had to go through the security twice. So it's kind of a mess there. So have an excursion plan with somebody who can take you where you want to go.
Definitely.
Tip number 3. Bypass the main pool on deck 11 and head further aft to the adults-only 12-volt pool. The 12-volt pool has a great pool, 2 hot tubs, and up a few steps, you'll find the 12-volt bar, a great outdoor bar where you can enjoy some outdoor cruise drinks, enjoy the view aft, the wake, hot tubs and pools. No kids, just the adults.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I really liked it. And if you like this, be sure to give us a thumbs up by clicking the thumbs up icon below. What's tip number 4?
Tip number 4 is avoid the crowds and do your onboard shopping at night.
Yeah, that's right. They have several shops on board the Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. I was really impressed. They had like 5 or 6 stores, and most of them are open past midnight.
Right.
So you can't shop when you're in port, but skip the crowds because people are crowded as soon as they're open. Go there after dinner, after your show. You can shop late at night. It's a lot less crowded.
Exactly.
Tip number 5. Be sure to have cash on hand to pay for the valet parking at Port Palm Beach. They only have valet parking, and while they accept MasterCard, Visa, and Discover, paying with cash will make it much speedier, and you'll want to get out of that chaotic valet drop-off scene as soon as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah. Currently, just so you know, the rate is $57 for a 2-night, 3-day cruise. Have the cash on hand. It makes it a lot easier.
Tip number 6. Later in the evening, after a show and you're hungry and the buffet has been closed, go to the Panini Press, a sandwich shop that has sandwiches and fruit.
That's that stand that was just right over there, just kind of outside of the buffet?
That's right.
Wow, yeah, that's a great tip. Be sure to remember that for when you're on board Margaritaville at Sea Paradise and you're hungry. Tip number 7, speaking of the Port of Indecision buffet, to get there or to any of the complimentary food at the Panini Press or the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill, be sure you take the aft elevators or aft stairs, because the forward elevators and stairs will get you into a secluded area of staterooms, actually suites, that are hard to get through, maybe even impossible to get through to the delicious complimentary food. Use the aft elevators to get to the buffet, Panini Press, and 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill. If you like this sort of information, be sure you're subscribed. We've got a lot of great cruise food videos, cruise tip videos, and our Cruise Day Fun podcast. Subscribe by clicking down below. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a way to follow us so you don't miss our next great content, like tip number 8.
Tip number 8 is purchase a lanyard. When you purchase a lanyard, they will put a hole in your room key card, And so then you can hook it onto your lanyard and then separate it and give it to whoever needs to look at your card.
She likes the lanyard for her room key card. I like to have it in my wallet like my credit cards. But if you're a lanyard cruise person, get a lanyard when you get on board. They've got them for sale in the shops. We actually got yours before the shops were open. They had a stand where they were promoting their beverage packages, and you bought a lanyard there. I think it was like $10.
That's right.
But it was cute, Margaritaville at Sea themed, and it, like you said, it had a little clip so it's separated from the main necklace part. So you could hand it to the bartender or the restaurant server or whatever so they could scan your card.
I found that if I tried to put the card in my purse, I would always lose it.
So if it works better for you, yeah. Or of course you can bring your lanyard from home. A lot of times you've done that in the past because you've got some really cool lanyards from other cruises.
Exactly.
Great tip. Tip number 9, explore both onboard arcades. Even though this is a smaller ship, they've actually got 2 arcades. The smaller one is just outside of the casino, and it's mostly got it's really just got the prize games where you can, instead of losing money in the casino, you can lose money with the little games where you're trying to win a CD player or something.
Or a duck.
Or a duck, I don't know. So if you're not old enough to go in the casino and you really want to lose some money, go to the small arcade. Yeah, maybe you'll win something. Maybe you'll be successful. Or go down near the Euphoria Lounge on Deck 8. There is a larger arcade, and it's got the old school games like Pac-Man, driving games, shooting games, throwing basketball, skee ball. For a smaller ship, very impressive. They have 2 arcades, especially the bigger one, kind of hidden out of the way by the Euphoria Lounge. What's tip number 10?
Tip number 10 is go to both shows because it's worth it and it doesn't cost anything extra, and the show is a different show.
Yeah, they did a great job with those shows. Both very music-oriented. One featured different hits by different singers, including, of course, Jimmy Buffett. But from the Caribbean. Like they had Rihanna, and they had a lot of great Shaggy, a lot of great songs. It was a lot of fun. For more on Margaritaville at Sea, watch this video next.